Hello, hello, and welcome back to some more Space Quest 6. We shall continue from last time. What did we do last time? I've forgotten. Let's have a look. Ship fix. Yes, that's right. So we had left the deep ship. That's what it's called, right? We left the deep ship to try to figure out what has happened to Stella, as we received a distress signal from her, even though she's supposed to be dead, saying her death was faked. And the what's his name, Kilbasa, he wouldn't listen to us, so took it upon ourselves to hijack a ship, and we are now stranded in space a little bit because our engine has died, so we have to figure out how to fix that. Hey there, Born, how's it going? Welcome back. You know, it's Sunday. Oh no, is it? Shit, I better stop streaming. Bye. No, I know it's Sunday. I don't have work tomorrow, so I thought I would do a stream tonight because I was supposed to do one last night, but we had some internet issues. I like that emoji. That's cool. What emote? I like it. Internet was having some problems because we tried to do a Silent Hill stream yesterday and it did not go well. But so I missed one yesterday, so I thought I'd do one today instead. So we're back with Roger Wilco in the final game in the series. And we're probably halfway through. But we shall press on. Yeah, it was weird. It was the internet itself was fine. You could use it normally, you could watch videos or whatnot, and there was no loading issues. It wasn't being slow. It was just solely for streaming. The bitrate was really low for some reason. I'd had that issue I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and I had to contact our internet provider and ask them what the deal was, and then they said they changed something on their end, and then that fixed it. So I was like, sweet. So I don't know if it was the same thing this time where they changed something, but we'd completely lost internet this morning. When I got up, there was no internet, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be it's getting worse, and it's gonna be a nightmare. But then maybe an hour later, the internet was back on, and the bandwidth issue was fixed as well. So I was like, okay, it's all working. So, but they hadn't got back to me, so I don't know if they saw my message and fixed it, or if it was just a coincidence. But yeah, it's all good now. It's all good. So we shall continue. It was really bad. We were losing 60% of our frames, in the stream. So it was losing 40 frames a second with being dropped, which is a lot of frames. So it's a lot of buffering going on. We are here. What are we going to do, Roger?
This is the shuttle's cockpit. All the action takes place right here.
We've got a friend here with us now.
That's Manual Override, your holographic navigator.
Manual Override. So we can push the power button.
Swell. There's not enough power to restart the engines.
Oh no.
The power is not currently on.
What will we do? Maybe this guy can help us.
Sir, we are unable to proceed with the divalium crystal offline. A lack of power to restart the engines, and with a potential engine blockage.
Well, shit. How's that? Internet generally... It's pretty good. We don't usually have issues. The last time we had an issue was, as I said, 3 years ago. It's been pretty stable apart from that. Speeds are pretty good, so I don't know if it's maybe a little bit pricier here. I'm not sure how fast. So we have our plans, I think it's 300 download 100 upload for speeds, and that's about 80 New Zealand dollars a month, which I'm not sure how much that would be in any other currency. It's probably like roughly 40 US dollars, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, speeds are okay. 44, yeah, it's probably somewhere around there, I guess. That's a month. Yeah. I kind of had a feeling it's probably a bit more pricey than other places. There's a lot of competition here. There's probably, like, there's tons of internet providers. So it's kind of weird that it's, like, pricey. We're on, like, actually a cheaper, like, our plan is actually cheap for that speed. I think most providers are probably closer to, like, probably, like, around $90 a month. But for some reason, ours is a lot cheaper, and I don't know why. But I'm not questioning it. Just stick with that. But yeah, it's probably a bit more pricey than other places in the world. But I think it's maybe partially because we're like a small country, so it seems to be the deal with being a small country. Some things seem to be more expensive. We still have this. Do we? Ah, we do use that. Yes, okay. Trying to remember what we get up to.
It's a tube of Elmo's Gluesol.
1 gigabit down, 80 megabit up for 100 New Zealand dollars roughly. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good speed. 100. I think we have a 1 gig. I think we have 1 gig plans here too, but like the plan we're on at the moment is fine for what we do. So like, there's no need for us to pay more for a faster speed that we're not really going to get much benefit out of. So, but that's pretty decent. Like in terms of pricing, so it's only slightly more expensive, but that's a lot faster. So, yeah, you can get a slower speed. I think it's 100 up, maybe like 50 down or something, or 20 down, somewhere around there. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but that's probably like $70 a month. Yeah. Anyways, let's get this ship fixed. Speed is only available in big cities. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you're in like a big city or like a populated area, prices might be lower. Ours are pretty much like prices in the country are pretty much the same everywhere. If you're on like fiber, I think if you're on like a wireless, like a 5G or something, it's probably different pricing depending where you are, if you're like more rural. But I think overall, like nationwide, it's usually about the same price.
Someone must have been fixing the diagnostic relays.
Oh my God.
This tank of emergency oxygen serves an incredibly important purpose. It ensures that the shuttle's hatch makes a neat hissing sound when it opens and closes.
Very important. Someone's been eating burgers in here.
Who in the world left all this trash in here? Isn't somebody supposed to clean up the shuttle when it comes back from a mission? Oh, wait, that's me.
That's me.
On second thought, it doesn't look so bad, after all.
It's a recall notice.
It's a recall notice.
These are the seats for the pilot and navigator, built of a semi-translucent gel foam that molds itself to the shape of whoever's sitting in it. The semi-transparency also makes it easier to spot loose change and crumbs that have fallen between the cushions.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. If you're doing like big file uploads, I guess it's good to have a faster speed. Yeah, I don't do a lot of uploading. Like I do downloading occasionally. Mostly it's just like streaming video or I guess, yeah, gaming, which doesn't really use much. So speeds we have are pretty fine. We could probably actually be on a lower speed, to be honest, and it'd probably still be fine, but we would probably be paying pretty much the same price we're paying now, so I don't really want to question it, and then they'd be like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be paying more, and then putting our bill up. So I'm just going to keep quiet. That's the plan. Alright. Here's the crystal, Delvaldium.
Wow, the crystal seems to have broken. I swear it wasn't me.
I'll bet.
Now we're in deep.
Hey, I've gotten us this far, haven't I?
Yes, and what a wonderful place it is. How did I get hooked up in this deal? My agent's going to be hearing from me big time.
It's the times when you had to go to a friend with USB sticks. Yes, I remember that. We used to have that at one of my old places I worked, like when I first started working. Instead of having like a network to transfer files between computers, we literally would put it on like a USB drive and then take it to a computer like across the building. That was how we transferred files. That's how old I am. Or maybe it's just we had a really janky setup. We probably had a really janky setup, to be honest. Or you're an old soul. You can be both. Old guy, old soul. Alright, we got a spacesuit. Spacesuit. So we need to fix this.
Wow.
Now,
Hey!
yeah.
I already heard that.
It feels nice.
Feels nice. So we can put this spacesuit on and do some stuff. But what we actually have to do here, we need to fix this Devaldium crystal. If we have a look at our...
This is the data quarter you
Data
got from that
quarter.
endodroid hunter dude.
And then click the open close button. We can see down here.
This is the data quarter power source, a tiny chip of Devallium crystal, the
Devallium.
official power source of StarCon.
So this is what we need. This is kind of like broken. I don't even
This
think
one-
it works anymore.
Oh, great. The data quarter seems to be fried.
Yeah, so we can't even use this anymore. So we can take that little chip
You,
of crystal. Can I leave, please? Hell.
you,
Oh, we need to close it. I see. This voice modulation of the guy triggers you? Which voice? Of the narrator? You don't like the narrator? He's like my favorite thing about these games. I love his delivery.
nothing happens. See, most games would just give you a generic response when you try something useless like that. But we've custom-tailored this response exactly for you.
Fun fact about the narrator in this game. His
Careful.
name is Gary Owens. So he was kind of big in the, I want to say the 80s, probably the 80s, as like a voiceover guy for I think like advertisements and stuff. More serious stuff he was known for. He was like the voiceover guy. And when they were developing these games, when they were developing 4 and they wanted to get someone as a narrator, they were like, we really want to find like a Gary Owens type kind of voice. Like, we need to find someone like that. And I think maybe they auditioned a few people until they came to the realization they were like, why don't we just ask Gary Owens to do it? And then he agreed to do it, which I think this kind of thing is not the typical thing he would do. So I think they were expecting him not to want to do it, and then he agreed. So he's a bit overact. Yeah, I mean, he's doing that's his shtick, is like a voiceover guy, you know, like a movie voiceover guy. They always have over the top delivery, and he's kind of just playing into that
It's a
because that's kind of what he was known for, is this kind of voice delivery. All right. We can put some glue in there. Put the crystal in.
excellent guess, boy.
Oh, that's right. So you have to put some glue on the crystal too.
You pour glue all over the crystal.
Glue on the crystal.
You get things. You hold the glue-coated segment to the broken Devallium crystal for 10 seconds to set the glue.
Perfect. It was a perfect fit.
All appears well in the crystal compartment.
Can we put this back on? Yeah. Nice. Alright. Start it up. My
Then,
opinion...
the Galactican said, if I did have hover capabilities, I wouldn't need the cleft snorter. Ah, excuse me, sir. How may I enhance your efforts?
My opinion would be better for the atmosphere not overacting, describing... Yeah. I mean, it's a personal opinion thing. I like that it's overacted because it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly that every tiny thing is over the top. Like, even if you go to the help, I think he does it too. Maybe he doesn't. I thought he did it for these menus too. Maybe not. Hey Cyrus, how's it going? Welcome back. How are you doing? You're in time. We've only just kind of started the stream in terms of like the actual game. We've just kind of been chatting a bit, so haven't done a lot. We're currently stranded in space. We've just fixed our Divalium crystal.
Swell. There's not enough power to restart the engines.
Oh no, what are we going to do?
The power is not currently on.
We fixed the crystal. Let's ask manual override.
Sir, the Divalium crystal seems to be in proper configuration, but I'm afraid we'll need a power boost to restart the engines. I'm sensing that we may also have some sort of engine inlet blockage as well.
Aha. Okay. Sounds serious. Let's pop the hood. And the trunk.
You pull the handle and hear something release on the outside of the shuttle.
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. How are you doing? How are you doing, Cyrus? I don't usually stream on this night, but because we had internet issues last night, and I was planning to stream last night, I thought I would slip in a stream tonight instead to make up for it. I don't have work tomorrow, so it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna save. We're going out. Into space.
That, of course, is your freshly stolen shuttle from the Deep Ship 86. That's the hood. Beneath it is the shuttle's engine. It's the shuttle's trunk. That, of course. What's with this fish deal? Now one stuck in the engine intake.
It's our fish.
It feels...
It's come a long way with us. Yeah, fish. Slowly looks worse and worse every time we reacquire it.
It looks vaguely like your hiney after it's been chewed out by your boss.
Okay. Alright, what do we got on the trunk?
These are the shuttle's jumper cables. That sure doesn't make you feel real secure about this spacecraft if those are standard equipment.
Let's get them. Seems like we're gonna need them. Excellent. Alright, and what else we got? I like how the gravity works in space. In here, it's like doesn't quite make sense. If he did that, if he pushed on that like that, he'd just float off into space. He'd be gone. All right, jumper cables.
These are the shuttle's jumper cables.
Recall.
It's the recall notice for the owner's manual. It reads, "Dear Ham Shuttle Owner, it has come to our attention that there is a minor misprint in the owner's manual for the 1000 series of shuttles. Until a new manual can be acquired, please disregard page 73, paragraph 4 of that manual."
Where it reads, as any moron knows, when jumping the 1000 series, please match the plus cable end with the plus terminal on the polar flux repeater deck. Follow the same procedure for the minus cable and minus pole. I guess positive and negative is more accurate in this instance. It should now read, As any moron knows, when jumping the 1000 series, please match the positive cable end with the whatever the hell that is pole, and the negative cable end with the 0 pole. Thank you for flying a hamster. Hamster. Alright, so what else did we get? We got something else too.
It's the help sign from the shuttle's trunk.
Help! We need that right now. It's very important. Put it on here. See who turns up. Somebody saw our sign.
Hello, sweetheart. You look like you could use a little assistance. Is there anything I can do?
It's Wrigley.
Well, yes, there is.
It's not Ripley.
Thanks for
It's
stopping.
Wrigley.
Well, you should just name it, I guess.
It seems I've stalled my engines. Could you give me a jump? I have cables.
I'd jump you in a heartbeat, dollface. I guess you must have got caught up in that anti-anomaly. It can be a real pain in the... Well, anyway, let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
Well, here's your end of the cables.
I'll let you know when I'm all hooked up. Contact!
Contact. These are some long ass cables. Alright, well, click where you want to put the red cable. So, we say we can't save it. Let's do a new one. Let's do it wrong and see what happens, because I think there's a death scene for it. On this one.
Okay, Manuel. We're all hooked up. Give it a try.
You pick strange methods of getting a charge out of life.
Alright, try it again. So, should be that one. And this one.
Okay, Manuel. We're all hooked up. Give it a try.
Oh yeah.
Bye-bye, sugar bunny. I gotta be running along.
Hey, thanks for stopping to help me.
See ya.
Bye. Bye, Xenomorph. Just gonna have a snack. Excellent. Should be back in business.
You neatly replace the EVA suit in its proper place.
Cool. Let's try it out.
Good work, sir. I believe I can now follow the ion trail of Deep Ship 86 back to Delta Berxalon 5.
Excellent. So power's on, initiation. Is that what we want? Okay. Let's go. Oh, we didn't do... Okay, there's another death we can see later. Docking
You're
bay.
far too much of a wuss to pry open the portal doors.
Okay. Right, where do we want to go then? Lab A, Lab B. Docking bay, quarters. So these are the ones that blew up, so I don't think we can go back here anymore. Pretty sure.
You're far too much.
We can't. Can we just walk there? No, this way? No. Okay. Lab A? Maybe? I don't remember which lab it is you're supposed to go to.
It feels open.
It feels open. Feels open.
Wow, a mad scientist working on a planet called Delta Berxalon. You wonder what he's doing here? Designing women, perhaps? Sorry?
Sorry. Baby sorry, Gary. What the hell, man? Alright. What's Lab A do? Does it do anything? Nope. It's broken. What do we got on here?
This lab table has a pleasingly round shape and a conveniently flat surface.
Got some Bunsen burners.
A couple of Bunsen burners sit on the counter. An overhead readout constantly displays the lab status. Oddly, it reports that all conditions report green. Perhaps it's colorblind. A beautiful ruby-backed flagellant hops around in this cage, whipping itself with its prehensile tail. You peek inside the cage and see... Prip Thrip, a kind of moth that beats you up, steals your team jacket, and then eats it.
What? I haven't heard that one before.
You peek inside the cage and see...
Does it give you a different one every time?
Prip Thrip.
No.
This cage appears to be full of endearing little furry purring creatures. You vaguely remember seeing similar creatures on someone's screensaver.
He's got cats. Perhaps.
In this cage, you can just make out the familiar form of an Orion vivisectional mud puppy, the only creature in the universe that sedates itself, pins itself down, dissects itself, and lets you copy its lab notes. Hey, they've got their own multiband UV wave bath straight out of the Ed Mundane catalog.
Ed Mundane.
This depiction of a region holder is based on science fact and current NASA research. Science so hard, you could bounce an asteroid off of it. You think it's an Erlenmeyer flask.
That's what I was going to say.
As usual, though, you're sadly mistaken. An Erlenmeyer flask is conical. This flask is spherical. Shows what you know.
It does. I obviously don't know my flasks very well.
It looks like a typical
I
tank
just
of
heard that
smegminium,
term.
a cheesy substance used in the manufacture of projectiles, thrusters, and pistons.
What now? Smegminium. Okay.
A cybergenic
Sounds worrying.
incubator. You've heard about them. You've seen pictures in magazines, but you never thought you'd actually get to see one up close.
What does it do?
Big whoop.
What does it do?
You'll flood the entire containment area with cyber genes.
Oh, can we open these?
Now we want you to go sit in the corner and just think about what you almost did. Don't let the crypt thrip out. It could be rabid, and there's nothing more dangerous than a rabid moth.
I'll bet.
You'll keep your hand out of the ruby-backed flagellant's cage unless you're looking for an angry red welt across your knuckles. And who isn't? Hey, careful. These endearing little furry purring creatures have only 3 rules. Don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight, and, oops, wrong endearing little furry purring creatures.
Oh. That's, oh, what are they called again? I forgot. What the hell? Oh, what are they called? The ones in the movie. They kind of look like Furbies almost, but not like larger Furbies.
Careful, the Orion vivisectional mud puppy also enjoys vivisecting the occasional humanoid finger.
It's gonna annoy me. It's gonna come to me at some point. Mogwai, Gremlins. Is it Gremlins? Might be Gremlins. I gotta look this up now. This is very important. Very important stuff. They start out cute, but then I think they get them wet in the movie or something, and then they turn into evil things. Yeah, Gremlins. That's it. Is that what they're originally called before they change? Mogwai. Okay, alright. Yeah, you're right, Mogwai. Mogwai and Gremlins, I guess, are both correct. Cool. You win the trivia night, Cyrus. Good work. What else we got?
It's just techie stuff. There is a Callahan Muddy here. Seems you remember talking about those things to someone recently.
I do.
I think it's a damn box.
A damn box.
There's a nice variety of books on the doctor's shelf. The Hidden Life of Orats. What they don't teach you at StarCon Academy. All I need to know I learned from the Q Continuum. And the Hunt for Red Corpuscle.
Okay, those references pretty lost on me. Hunt for Red October, I think that was supposed to be. I don't know the other one, so.
The subject of this memo reads, Submicroscopic Neural Linkages. This page appears to be a memo from Sharpay to Dr. Bellows.
Gotta read it. This might be important.
This page...
Oh.
GDAD, it's a North Gateway with 5 gigabytes of RAM.
Gigabytes
a molecular
of RAM.
memory hard disk with infinite capacity. A dodecaspeed CD-ROM drive, micro-sloth compatible mouse, and a built-in 10K pin laser printer.
5 gigabytes
Just
of
3
RAM.
more gigabytes and you can install OS2 on it.
Oh, gotta get them gigabytes. I don't have any gigabytes on my computer. I'm jealous.
It's a monitor. You've seen one before. In fact, you're seeing 2 right now. It's Dr. Bellows, Delta Berxalon's token evil scientist.
Evil scientist. We gotta chat to this guy. What's his deal?
Hello, Doctor.
Where's Stella?
Janitor Wilco? What in blazes are you doing here?
Well, Doc, I got a distress call.
So why are you here?
Because I know it originated here. In fact, it was from Stellar Santiago.
You're out of your mind, Wilco. Now go away and leave me alone. I've got important work to do. Goodbye.
I know something's up here, Doc, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. You'll be sorry, pal.
Yes, whatever you say, Wilco. Just get out of my face.
Get out of my face. Can we use his computer now? Why would he leave us? He's an idiot. We could do anything in here. We could steal all his notes. Steal all his gigabytes.
Sharpay was concerned that the secondary transplant subject had evaded recruitment, and that steps would need to be taken to either procure the subject forthwith or find a new STS. As usual, you're not really sure what they're talking about, but you're sure you don't like the sound of it.
Alright, get on the computer. Man, look at that keyboard. Cyberdyne. Isn't that the one from Terminator?
It's a monitor. You've seen one before.
You've already told us that joke, Gary.
It looks like a cyberjack plug receptor. It's just an old-fashioned disk drive.
It's like a floppy disk drive.
As indicated in the picture, it's a power button.
Accounting. All accounting functions are currently down due to blah 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 blah. Thank you for your patience in this matter. Okay. Fair enough.
These aren't online yet.
Oh. Research communications. All research functions are down until further notice due to insufficient funding. Talk to your local congressperson to complain.
Ah, who wants to look at boring old research records? Try something else.
Okay. Communications. Plodigy. Oh, we must not be on dial-up. Yep. 28K modem. Dial-up.
After a click of the screen button, Plodigy begins to painfully, slowly fill the screen. Oh, screw it. Even you don't have the time or patience for this.
It's too slow. Insert cyberspace jack now. We don't got one of those. Well, shit. Turn it off. What's in the high-tech stuff? High-tech stuff.
It's just techie stuff. You've heard of black boxes, haven't you? Well, this one's red.
Got straws?
It's just techie. It appears to be a Callahan Moddy. Seems you remember someone talking about these recently. It's just an old beat-up chip. It appears to be an old 1586 circuit board. Oh, that's right. You're not supposed to be a techie. We hope we didn't confuse you.
Okay, we're gonna take the Callahan.
You take possession
Moddy.
of the Callahan Moddy.
What's this one?
It's just
Okay, cool. What is it? Where is it? Callahan.
It's the Callahan Moddy you scavenged from Delta Berksalon.
Oh my god. Can we touch anything else in here?
You wipe a few crumbs off the corner of the lab table.
Corner? What corner? But, okay. I'm confused.
You did it. You wiped them. You must know.
They're permanently attached to the counter. You're hosed. You consider switching the multiband UV wave bath to a UVA so you can catch a quick tan, but you're pretty sure someone would yell at you about it. Insert your own excuse here for why you can't pick up the flask.
It's too slippery.
Say, sturdy.
The door is a microbe-safe biofilter with quasi-redundant filter seals. You'll never get it open by hand.
Alright. Well, we can't do much else here. We got ourselves a Callahan Moddy though. Perhaps we can do something with it. But we need to get ourselves a cyberjack.
Just walk through it. Just walk.
Hey, stop it. Cyberjack. I think it's called a cyberjack headset or something like that. Okay. We're out of here. Seen enough.
Sir, I believe I may be able to tap myself into the PTS and perform a limited set of functions.
Do it.
PTS?
Yes, sir. PTS, the Photo Triangulation System. It was installed as a crude backup navigational device to the modern navigational computer system. It's what you see before you mount it in the middle view screen.
Let's do it. Photo triangulation. Actually, we got some games. Oh, no movies. No games.
Oh, real nice. It really needed a nice big dollop of skin grease smeared on it.
Sorry. Fuel tank. What's this one do? Oh no! Weapons!
It feels slightly...
Got weapons over here.
That's delightful.
My sole purpose is to help you, sir.
Okay. So, this one always confuses me. We need to take a photo. Like, a bunch of times.
There are no more pictures available for snapping.
Okay. And then we have these two pictures. We need to
You peel apart the photo and negative from the second PTS image.
take these apart.
You peel apart the photo and negative from your first PTS image.
And we have all of these. And we need to put...
What was that supposed to be clever?
I don't know. You gotta put them on here in some order. I never get it right the first time.
It would appear that there are no...
Okay. This one? No. No. That one. Maybe it's that one and then a negative?
The PTS is online and working. We can now launch to polysorbate.
I don't quite understand how that works because we just took the same photo twice. How would you triangulate off that? Anyways. Let's do it. We want to go to polysorbate 60. Cool.
Don't pick at it.
We've arrived. Maybe?
I don't need this suit right now.
Oh, can we do... Hold on. Gotta get the other death. We haven't got that one yet. At least the ship's cleaner now.
EVA suits weren't designed just as a fashion statement, Roger.
Okay. We need to do something
The
here.
shuttle.
I think we need to talk to Manuel.
Your whimper is my command, sir. What may I do for you,
Here we go.
sir? Step over to the transport
me
pad
down,
and I will
Manny.
beam you down to the surface of polysorbate.
Beam me down.
Manual tosses you a transport signaler.
You can only use this from the place I beam you to.
Space Quest 6, Roger Wilco, and the Colon of Doom. We're back. We're back here again. Has anything changed? He's still in business, this guy's still here.
Run along, I'm a real busy man.
Won't even talk to us. Jeez. Fine. Future schlock. Little robot. That's the robot that helped us escape from the ground.
I'm sure he'd like that, but you'd better hang on to what you've got. You never know when you'll need it.
What? I just want to talk to him.
He seems to...
Nobody wants to talk to me. Where else can we go? Ryan's belt is closed. What happened to it?
Seems the Endrodroid's last visit has caused a permanent change of hours for this establishment. Like none.
Like none.
Sweet sentiments, urban style. Ah, an arcade. You haven't been in an arcade in at least a sequel or two. How cute.
Arcade's still up and running. Our dude's gone though. What a shame. Alright, we need to go to implants and stuff.
Go ahead and look around, partner. I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have about my fine line of merchandise. Yes, sirree, have a look.
Interestingly, you can't see the Cyberjack here.
So this is where old Fester ended up after the total collapse of the never-thriving tourist trade on that sandy planetoid Fleeb hut. He seems to know how to land on his feet, no matter how fungally challenged they may be.
So we can trade this with him, but I thought there was like some kind of indication that he has what we need. But I guess not. Stop picking your nose,
Hello
man.
there, Mr. Blatz. I think I have something you might be interested in.
Think so, hey?
You look so happy.
Oh, I really think you'll find it interesting.
Ooh! Why, I'd love to take that off your hands. Of course, you realize that it's illegal to sell those, but I could trade you for something. Look around and see what interests you.
I could really use a cyberspace jack.
Tell you what, I'll trade you for one of those fine specimens in the case. What do you say?
No.
No, I want the jack or it's no deal.
Oh, now take it easy, Sonny. I think we can do business.
I'm glad you see it my way.
Hand it over, buddy.
It's been a pleasure. Take care, Fester.
What is
I
the
gotta
Callahan? Because the other one we had was a... What was it called? It had another name. Something else. Moddy. Callahan. Can't see anything about it. Random. Alright. Because there was a burlesque moddy, we had that, and then there was a churlish, that was the other one, churlish moddy, and then Callahan moddy. But it doesn't say what Callahan is. I googled it, but nothing really came up. So we have a Cyberjack.
That's the cyberspace jack.
Cyberspace Jack now. Cool. It's just what we need. Alright. So I think now we can just we can push our little button on here.
It's a transport signaler. As Manuel told you, you can only use it from the...
Oh, what? Useless. Push it. Cool. Now we can use our new
The
Cyberspace
Galactican said,
Jack.
if I did have hover capability...
You already told that joke, mate. Stop it. Delta Barxalon 5. Alright. Back to see the dock. Maybe.
You press the Lab B button, but the Ascendo pad doesn't move. Apparently you need some sort of clearance to get to Lab B.
Oh.
So it won't open. I didn't want to go to Lab B anyway.
Oh, maybe we were at Lab A, that's why I wouldn't go to Lab A. Last time I pushed it.
It feels open.
It feels open. There he is. What are you up to, Doc?
Nano.
What?
You know, he's a
What did he
bit
say
ticked
that
at
to?
you. I'd leave him alone unless you've got something really important to bug him about.
Okay. Let's get on the interwebs. Okay. Power. Cyber functions. Insert Cyberjack now. Whoa. Here we are.
That's quite a leap. You'd be able to clear it if you could get a running start, but you can't run in this game, only walk. In this space quest, you can't switch to sprint.
So that's a reference to Space Quest 5.
Talk about a brave new world. You'd better be up for it if you plan to explore this cyber terrain.
It's got 2
This
moons.
cyber terrain is just a little arid. It's just more evidence to confirm the old adage that if there's time enough to do it, there's time enough to do it half-assed. Talk about a brave... This cyber...
It's all the same.
Not even cyberspace is immune from the mentally deficient types who shoot at road signs. How macho they must think they are.
Alright, let's move. We've got a lot of road to cover here. I think this was one of my favorite parts of this game. Just like kind of random.
Hey, free birdseed, and so conveniently placed under a huge boulder, too.
Can we get it?
Forget it. You don't resemble that bird. Well, except for the pin feathers in those chicken legs of yours.
So many roads. He's a little bit slow. Good lord. Four hours later.
For those of you who aren't paying attention, that's a stop sign.
Sure is.
It's an office sign.
Here we are. Pardon our dust, future site of the information superhighway. Executive offices. Opens 6/3/45. Never.
The sign says it all. There was much talk and rhetoric about the information superhighway, but the executive and legislative branches seem quite opposed to getting together on just about anything either one of them introduces. Just look at the space program. Anyway, the frustration of a former employee is documented in the amendments to the opens date. A rag hangs from the sawhorse. Who knows what it last wiped up?
Take it.
That wouldn't prove fulfilling.
Eat it.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. You want to stick this rag of unknown spillages in your mouth? Mama!
I'm crazy like that.
You start to say something, and then you remember that you're supposed to be a man of action, not words. Or is that the other way around? A carelessly discarded bucket of building material has been spilled and allowed to harden.
Oh no.
Old highway safety devices recycled from either a decade or 10 years ago stand alert and ready for the non-existent workers to use. A screwdriver lies on the ground, probably discarded by the malcontent who vandalized the sign. It's a BFT 9000 Cyber Earth mover.
BFT 9000? Is that like a Doom reference? BFG 9000?
A long section of board lies on the ground.
Take it.
Bet you can't fit that thing in your pants.
You'll be surprised, buddy.
Yes, I was wrong. It does fit. There must be plenty of spare room in there. Oh, mama! I'm guessing one too many burritos for the last guy in here. Don't touch that. We don't know where you've been. This is the temporary on-site supervisor's office. It was abandoned with the rest of the project once funding was slashed. In case you're able to see text only and not pictures, the sign says office. Wow, a genuine Tonkoid M501, and the best year, too. It's been a long time since it's rolled over any plastic crate.
Okay, let's get in there. Ta-da!
You saw it here first. A preview of the famed information superhighway.
Window.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
You saw it here first. Wow. You saw it here first. Wow.
Wait for it.
You saw it here first. Wow.
Wait for it.
You saw it here first. Wow. You saw it here first. Wow. You saw it here first. A preview. Wow. This makes my nipples hard.
There it is.
It looks like some poor slob actually waited for his number to be called and died for his troubles.
Poor guy, can we rob him?
But he might fall apart, and the smell really isn't worth the cool visual, believe me. Your words are so unspectacular, nature doesn't even see fit to grant it an echo. Looks like a programmer just prior to shipping. I wouldn't touch him if I were you.
Let me take a candy.
You virtually eat the nearly real mint. Your virtual breath is now virtually minty fresh.
Next.
This is the magic window whence you came. It looks strangely like a bell. What do you know? And ooh, let's puke hard Fusion 500.
Ooh, let's puke hard. That like Hewlett Packard, a really bad Hewlett Packard joke.
Cool. That looks like the file place.
Everyone knows that's the file manager.
Whatever. It still blows. Even a lowly pond-sucking janitor knows that.
I'm sure Win 2001 will be better.
Well, you hold your breath and I'll hold what I want while waiting for it, and we'll see who's...
Cheese it. Someone is listening to us, and I'm certain they didn't pay to hear this.
You're right. They'd probably like to hear more of me. I am the hero.
Very tidy. A trash can. That might be a perfect place to store all those vital screen-saving programs like that cool Yasser Arafat version you've downloaded from POL. Pardon me, but I'm just a little nervous about this trash can thing. Didn't someone already go to court and spend wads of buckazoids over this?
Gary! Just read the copy, for Christ's sakes. We're not paying you to think. We just want that pretty voice of yours. All right, you friggin' union geek.
Was there a thing?
Okay, people. Mr. Owens has gathered himself together, and we are ready to pick it up from that oh-so-fascinating Barney Fife meets Perry Mason segue. All right. Animation to speed. And roll.
Next.
Was there something to do with like a lawsuit about a trash can or the recycling bin or something? It does vaguely sound familiar.
Although just a false front icon, it holds the promise of a tomorrow where true plug-and-play AM radio is no longer just a dream. That's a clock icon. A darling little fan icon decorates the accessories program group.
Screen savior.
Look, they even plan to have screensavers. A good idea for when those lines are all tied up. Who says they aren't thinking ahead? That's the refreshments folder. Don't be looking for your father's Playboys in here either. Numbered cyber cards hang here, chiming peacefully in the cyber breeze.
What? Frickin' director. This guy would know a good line if it climbed up his... Oh, here.
All right, that's better. Try it again, Gary.
Numbers hang here. You saw it here first. Wow.
What else can we look at?
Get your head out. You have none. You probably want us to say something corny like Klingons in Sector 28, Captain. What, you expect a help function for only $59.95? You saw it here first. Wow. Wow.
Alright, can we interact with any of these things?
Just what do you think you're doing, sir?
Well, I didn't think you'd mind if I just looked through your files.
And I thought I'd seen it all. Just step back and wait your turn.
You may just have improved your chances of getting to the files with that slick little maneuver. Sometimes you do surprise me, Roger.
Next.
What maneuver? What did I do?
This world's a great big
Aw.
ball of dirt with 50
This is where they put
million
that song.
souls who like to sit around and veg down in the dark like moles.
This is the song they had in the
But me,
demo.
I'm just the kind of girl who loves the open air. And
Oh, it stops when you move. Okay, never mind. We're going to do a little dance to it. Wow.
You summon the ability. Don't. That's.
That one doesn't do anything.
Does your number match the one shown by the counter?
I don't got a number, ma'am.
No, I don't seem to have that one, but...
Oh, I am sorry, sir. Strangely enough, there's no provision for butts in this system. You either have the number shown or you do not. Now, please await the calling of your number. Thank you very much. I have important things to do.
That wouldn't... You summon the...
Well, we can't get any refreshments.
Does your number...
No.
Oh,
She's the same. Okay, take a number. We got a 3.
It's the number 3 card you took from the card dispenser. It's the number...
Give it to her.
Does your number match the one shown by the counter?
No, I don't seem to have that one, but...
Oh, I am sorry, sir. Strangely enough, there's no provision for buts in this system. Now, please await the calling of your number.
But it's a 10. What are we going to do?
You summon the...
We should just take
Nope.
numbers until we have a 10, and then we'll be good. Alright, we're gonna fuck around with this. Do some hacking. Perfect. Good work, Roger.
Does your number match the one shown by the counter?
As a matter of fact, I do possess that number. Read it and weep, Pixel Woman.
Pixel woman.
Oh no, you can't possibly. Oh. Well, I guess you're right.
You bet your palate, little 32 by 32 pixel mama.
Into the file room. Beautiful. Alright. I'm gonna do a save here just in case. We did have a crash a little while back, so...
Each sign denotes the range of alphabetized files in that row. Do I really have to tell you what that is?
Yes.
A darn capable fire extinguisher stands ready to save all this paper in the event of a fire. They've spared no expense. There are some useless papers strewn about the floor. This is inexcusable, especially since it's not your floor to clean up. Oh, that doesn't look good. Apparently the ladder hasn't been relocated in some time.
Oh. Okay, so... This bit's a little bit of a pain. There is a... There is an Easter egg here. Kind of. We did just save, so it should be fine. So, the idea here is you're supposed to go through these files by starting with the one lead we have, or I guess a couple of leads we have, which would be... what's her name? Oh my god, I forgot what her name is. The old lady who we went to clean her room and she was a bitch. And her name was Sharpay. So we can go to like Sharpay's files, we can also go to the other guy's files. Rancid, I think, Nigel Rancid. And then you're supposed to like kind of go through those and find other files to access until you find a specific one. But we can go directly to the last file we're supposed to find. And there's an Easter egg. But I can't quite remember what it's called. So what I might do, this is probably going to be easier. We'll just do it the correct way first.
That drawer isn't even close to a drawer that's... That drawer...
Oh, we have to start with R. Okay. Interesting. See, this game's kind of like... I don't know. There's no indicator to say that we're looking for files about Nigel Rancid. I guess you just have to kind of like assume.
That drawer is...
Okay, so we can't actually do that yet. That's fine. So where is R? So we have to use these to get up there. Ah.
Man, these filing cabinets are a mess.
Oh wait, do we get on that one too?
That file... That
Huh?
general drawer... You get the...
Oh, we have to wait, do this. Ah. Rattlesnakes, rats. Can we look at these?
It looks a lot more detailed than...
No.
That would...
Rasputin, raspberries. Rankin, Randolph, Rand, Ain, Rancid, Nigel. So the
That would... It...
process is supposed to be that you get a file, then you look at the file. Nigel Rancid, Nigel Rancid and his brother Singent are hired thugs. Most recently, the Rancid brothers have been employed by Dr. Hayden Bellows and Sharpay of the Golden Light Years Retirement Community on Delta Bergsalon 5. So then you look at the cross references. Bellows, Sharpay, Santiago. And then you're supposed to go to each of those letters and find the files. And then it will lead you to a particular file. But I think it might even be here.
Now, what have we here? You haven't found the clue to this file's existence, yet somehow you know. Perhaps subtracting a few 100 points from your score will teach you.
No.
Nya, nya, nya. Cheaters never prosper.
Project Immortality. That's what we're looking for. Prostate, propeller heads, propaganda, pronghorn, Prometheus, Prokofiev, product liability. So we can look at this one. The Holy Grail of narcissists everywhere. Project Immortality is the cold hard scientific name applied to the cold hard science that is the fountain of youth of our times. Project Immortality is funded by Sharpay and overseen by controversial Dr. Hayden Bellows. It promises humankind the hope of the ages, eternal life. Sure makes marriage a scary proposition though, doesn't it? Croft's reference end game. So we have to still get all the files, I'm pretty sure. So where are we going? So we had Bellows, Sharpay, Santiago. Endgame? I don't know if Endgame was even one we needed to go to. Okay, so Bellows. You only pull out some of these.
That file.
You can kind of tell because they have a shadow on the edge. Bellamy, Belinsky, Belasco, Beirut, Beiderbecke, Behavioral Science, Behan, Bellows. What am I doing? Dr. Hayden Bellows is the Chief Medical Administrator of the Golden Light Years Retirement Community. He has gained much notoriety over his controversial efforts to mitigate the effects of, some say, altogether eliminate, aging. Cross-reference, Sharpay, Santiago. Don't think there's any other ones we can do down here. Apart from possibly Endgame. But I don't remember that being one that you need. Yeah, all the E's don't work, so... So, Sharpay, we got Bellows, we need Sharpay and Santiago. I think those are the last ones we need. San Francisco, Sanga, Sans, Culottes, Sushi, Santa Claus, Santayana George, Santiago, Chile, Santiago Stella.
You summon.
Can't get Santa. What a shame. Corman Stella Santiago was a member of the Starcon fleet before her departure from this world while attempting to rescue a janitor, second class, who was stationed aboard SCS Deep Ship 86.
Looks like interesting reading.
Do we read this one, right? Yes, we did. Alright, so then we need Sharpay we need. Sheriff, Sharpay, Shaw, Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, Sheep, Alan Sherman, William T. Sherman. Okay, pockets. A philanthropist of the First Order, this benefactress of many good causes is known throughout the universe simply as Sharpay. Sharpay's most recent project has been the Golden Light Years Retirement Community on Dowser Berxelon 5, where she hopes to spend her declining years. Always thinking of others, this grand lady will leave a legacy of charitable works behind her when she goes. So then we've got the other ones. Additional Project Immortality. So this is when we're supposed to find that last one. I think that's all we need. Let's just double check. So we have Sharpay, Santiago, Bellows. Sharpay, Bellows, Santiago.
Nothing.
Yep. Rancid. Bellows, Santiago, Project Immortality. Yeah, so we should have them all. Should be good. So now... we cannot leave with the files, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to save. I think if you try to leave with them, they just go back to the... they go back in here automatically.
Excuse me, Mr. Wilco. Those are reference files only and not available for loan. You may leave, but the folders will remain here.
Yeah. So, they're gone. So I think you have to go back and get them again. Which is dumb. So we're not going to do that. We're going to just load. So what you have to do is chuck them in the printer.
The cyber printer accepts your cyber file gratefully and begins to print. The question is, what exactly is the output of a cyber printer?
Go. Not the plank. This one.
Now.
Can we take another number?
Don't touch that. Don't.
Do we still have an old number? Oh. What happens if we need to go back in there? Oops.
Well, what do you know? Maybe there is something to this superhero reputation thing after all.
Superhero.
And after that episode with the egg beater, I thought you'd never impress me again.
I want to know about the egg beater. What happened? Alright, Roger. Let's get out of here. So we can take a shortcut here instead of having to walk all the way across that road. We get our super long ass plank of wood out.
You smartly drop the board in place, spanning the gap between the two bridge sections.
Very smart. Cool. These are printouts. Oh, these ones. Excellent.
These are the printouts of the files you've collected from cyberspace as evidence against Dr. Bellows.
He's in trouble now. We're gonna call this one... Oops. Guilty. Alright. Busted, buddy.
Well, Dr. Bellows, I think you've got some explaining to do.
You're out of your mind, Wilco.
So, what do you have to say for yourself now, Doctor?
Confronted with the facts found in the files you located, he freaks and spills all.
My...
Eloquently stated.
I didn't think this all the way through until I'd crossed my own personal ethical line. I was already... It had already gone too far. The experiments alone... I thought I could do just this one thing and still live with myself. Love can move a person to do some strange things, Wilco. She knew how I felt and used it to her advantage.
I think I know what you mean about that love thing, but wait a minute. Slow down. Are you saying you have the hots for... I mean, you are actually romantically intrigued by Sharpay? Wow. You are serious. I agree that love can make you do some weird stuff. In this case, though, it made you do some stuff that was unethical and illegal, Doctor. Where is Stellar Santiago? I know she was alive, that her death was faked. What have you done with her?
Great Caesar's ghost. The woman, she's still alive, but I'm afraid not much time remains.
No.
She is? What do you mean, not much time remains?
As you must realize by now, the Golden Light Years project was merely a front for the research I'd been conducting per Sharpay's wishes. She is intensely fearful of death. You probably didn't notice that she is getting up in age a bit.
Yeah, who could have guessed that?
In very simple terms, Janitor Wilco.
That's janitor second class, pal. And don't you forget it.
Excuse me, Janitor second class. As I was saying, Sharpay feared dying, enough to take the lives of others to save her own. She knew I loved her. I remember the day I met her. It was at the funeral of... I believe it was her fourth husband, and I remember never having seen her look so radiant. I fell for her, hard, and she knew it. You should have seen her in black.
I'll pass, thanks. Just tell me about Stellar.
Okay. The bottom line is that I have developed a way to extend Sharpay's life by transferring her mental essence into the body of another. It was to be you until your friend Stellar Santiago got in the way. We thought no one would miss you. Go figure. What I have done is to employ nanotechnology to take over the designated host body, as is happening with your friend as we speak.
Stellar's body is being taken over by Sharpay? Jeez. I don't understand. Is there anything we could do to stop it?
I've never really thought of it that way.
Come on, Doctor.
Well, think about it now. We have to save Stellar. You can't let her die. You can redeem yourself at least to some degree, Doc.
As much as it pains me to admit it, you're right, Roger. You're right. Okay, I think I may have a plan. We can save her. There are some interesting spin-off technological breakthroughs.
Spin-off.
I'm going to send you in to stop Sharpay.
Say what? No, I don't think...
It's her only chance. If you seriously care for your friend, you'll do this.
Oh, the only way, huh?
The only way.
The only way.
Well, okay then. I hope you're sure about this.
I'm positive. Here's how we shall go about it. You will move your shuttle into Lab B. Meanwhile, I will generate new software for your shuttle's navigational system, which will help you locate the nanites, the very small robotic devices I developed for the intrusion. One of them is Sharpay. If you can stop Sharpay, well, your friend's chances of survival improve immensely. Then, once I have located and extracted you, I shall work to repair whatever damage may have been done to Stellar during the attempted incursion.
Let's do it, Doc.
The shuttle is nicely miniaturized by the beam deal. Hopefully, it is reversible. Perhaps you should have asked about that. There are some things you can't afford to have smaller.
Like your brain. It's definitely what they were referring to. Well, here we are. Inside Stella's body. Somewhere. Can we check? I think we can actually check where we are. No.
Perhaps I'd get farther if I kept the subroutine disk in its slot.
Oh, he gave me that? He did.
It's the subroutine program disk the doctor gave you to be able to navigate through Stellar's body. You poke it.
Acme nanite detector shuttle subroutine. Design. Oh. Where are we? Nanites everywhere.
It wouldn't. It feels.
Perhaps I'd get farther if I kept this.
It's in there. Put it back in. Sir, what are you up to? Cracked by the numbnut guys. Okay. I'm pretty sure we started in her, like, her stomach. It looks kind of like we're in her brain though, but pretty sure we're in her stomach.